Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Brooklyn Hine. Israel launched a wave of strikes on Gaza and blamed Hamas of violating the U.S. brokered ceasefire after 2 Israeli soldiers were killed in the enclave on Sunday. The truce that ended months of fighting is in its second week and has seen previous accusations from both sides of violations, but is now facing its most serious test yet. Hospitals and witnesses reported at least 8 people were killed in Israeli strikes in several parts of Gaza. President Trump is facing global pressure this weekend, threatening to cut U.S. aid to Colombia, and is urged to help end the war in Ukraine. CBS News' Willie James Inman has more.
On Sunday, President Trump took to Truth Social, calling the president of Colombia an illegal drug dealer, and pledged to end U.S. aid to Colombia. Writing Gustavo Petro encourages the massive production of drugs in big and small fields all over Colombia. Earlier in the day, Petro criticized Trump for recent U.S. strikes on alleged drug trafficking boats in the Caribbean, including a Colombian vessel on Friday. The president and his administration have repeatedly defended at least 7 strikes on boats in the Caribbean in recent weeks, which include strikes on Venezuelan vessels. Democrats warned the strikes risk getting the U.S. into a full-fledged war. Senator Bernie Sanders said the president needs authority to go to war from Congress.
The president is acting unilaterally in violation of the Constitution. That's a pretty big deal.
On a separate international front, the president is facing pressure to fulfill his months-long promise to bring the war between Russia and Ukraine to an end. The president met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky last week. Zelensky asked the U.S. for ongoing support in its war against Russia, including Tomahawk missiles, which President Trump has not committed to providing. On Sunday's Meet the Press, Zelensky said he would like to be part of planned talks in Budapest between Trump and Putin.
We spoke about it. They will discuss with Putin. He wanted to hear my opinion. My opinion, if we really want to have just and lasting peace, we need both sides of this tragedy. Yes, he's an occupier, but Ukraine is suffering and fighting.
All of this comes as the federal government shutdown nears 3 weeks. Some Republican senators are now pushing for standalone measures to pay U.S. troops and federal workers during the shutdown. Willie James Inman, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
Paris's Louvre Museum is now closed today after a major robbery of priceless jewelry. France's interior minister told radio station France Inter the suspects stole jewelry from the room that houses the French crown jewels. This room also houses other valuables, including Louis XIV hardstone vessel collection. The interior minister says the thieves used an external freight elevator on a truck, broke a window, and made off on motorcycles this morning with the jewels. He says the robbery took only 7 minutes.
Well, another gorgeous day out there to finish our weekend off. A tad bit cooler than we have been, but still pretty close to seasonable as far as temperatures go. And it was a sunny one. We did have a little bit of a breeze out there, winds blowing out of the north-northwest, around 15 miles per hour right now in La Crosse. Still, though, sitting at 58 under those sunny skies. So it's going to be a pleasant October-like evening ahead of us. In Eau Claire, 55, and still, again, that light breeze out there out of the west-northwest around 13 miles per hour. We'll likely have that breeze tapering off a little bit as we go into the evening hours now, continuing to see those winds die down, especially after that sun sets, and then the temperatures will dip down into the 40s pretty quickly after that as well. Similar trend for Eau Claire. We'll have clear skies tonight too, so it'll be a little bit of a chilly morning, and the week ahead is likely going to have a very breezy start, so much like today, if not a little bit windier, but I'll have all the details on that coming up in a little bit.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Nicole. Lansing, Iowa's Black Hawk Bridge will be permanently closed to traffic on Monday at 7 a.m. The current bridge is being closed to make way for construction of a new bridge that is expected to be open in spring of 2027. According to the Iowa Department of Transportation, a car ferry service will be starting in early November. A celebration of inclusion and community in La Crosse today, an event dedicated to recognizing disability culture. The Disability Action Network hosted the Disability Pride Fest at Logan High School. Since 2022, the group has organized the event to promote inclusion and showcase the value people with disabilities bring to the community. Organizers say the fest helps break down barriers many community members still face, including accessibility challenges and social isolation.
People with disabilities a lot of times are the unseen population, and for them to be seen and people to realize that we're like everybody else. We all have some type of disability, be it a physical one that you can see, a hidden one that you can't see.
Activities included presentations, performances, community art, and resource booths, all focused on celebrating disability culture. Roller derby fans and curious beginners have a chance to hit the track today in La Crosse. Mississippi Valley Mayhem is hosting a short track roller derby clinic at the Moose Lodge, with a special appearance by the North Dakota Legend Derby team, with both squads giving lessons and explaining proper rink rules.
It's also focused on spirit of play. It's about recreation. We are not in a big competition. We're not trying to move up in rankings. We're just trying to really skate and have fun.
The clinic says they're welcoming skaters of all skill levels, ages 18 to 99, and that it is the perfect opportunity to learn the basics of roller derby skating. Well, if La Crosse felt a little busier this weekend, it's because thousands of youth soccer players came to town, bringing a big boost to the local economy. The Rush Wisconsin West Coulee Cup tournament brought more than 2,000 athletes and 3,000 family members to the area this weekend. Hosted at Fields for Kids, the event features 130 teams from Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, and Illinois competing in 400 soccer games. While the tournament provides an economic boost, organizers say it brings out a positive impact on athletes as well.
I think the smiles are the biggest thing for me, seeing what the kids are having a good time. The sport brings them together, but the friendships and some of the memories they're making will last forever.
The tournament generates an estimated $900,000 in positive economic impact, including 878 hotel nights filled and revenue for local businesses. Pet lovers are gathering today at the Omni Center in Onalaska for the Pet Expo LAX, and all for a good cause. The Alliance of Wisconsin Animal Rehoming Efforts is hosting this charitable expo with dozens of vendors featuring pet products, services, and interactive educational areas. Attendees can meet adoptable animals from local shelters, learn about reptiles, small animals, and cats through specialty shows and educational stations.
Being able to give rescues and shelters the opportunity to fundraise, bring their adoptables, meet the public, find foster homes, raise money, and just share their mission, because if we can do that, we're going to get more animals into homes.
All admission and raffle proceeds go towards supporting Wisconsin animals in shelters and rescues. Still to come, gas prices are dropping, what's driving the fall, and how low they could go after the break.
Support local businesses by shopping at the Gourmet Candy Outlet in Jackson Plaza. Make every celebration deliciously unforgettable with fresh roasted nuts, fudge, and European chocolates. Or create your own gift box of assorted confections. Shop local, shop Jackson Plaza.
Let's talk about character for a moment. The heart and soul that defines what you're made of. People of true character recognize that they're part of something bigger than themselves. Take the doctors, nurses, and staff at Amplify Health. These are pros at the top of their game who come together as a team and give it their all for the benefit of others. That's character, that's professionalism, that's Amplify Health, and that's the mindset that makes life better.
One of the things I've said for years is we do things right and we do the right thing. From the very beginning, when we offered bathrooms, one of the biggest concerns for homeowners is just safety. Can you get in and out of the bathtub? If that's a problem for you, the Board Store has the products and the installers to make your bathroom safe as well as attractive and easy to care for. Call today for a prompt free estimate.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
Support local businesses by shopping at the Gourmet Candy Outlet in Jackson Plaza. Make every celebration deliciously unforgettable with fresh roasted nuts, fudge, and European chocolates. Or create your own gift box of assorted confections. Shop local, shop Jackson Plaza.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Gas prices are inching lower. AAA says the current national average price for a gallon of regular gasoline could reach the $3 mark for the first time in 4 years. In the past week, the average has dropped more than 5 cents a gallon to $3.05. The travel agency says several factors are behind the drop, including lower demand, falling crude oil prices, and a cheaper winter blend gas at the pump. President Trump signed a proclamation paving the way for higher tariffs on imported trucks, buses, and their parts. It's a move the White House says is aimed at protecting U.S. manufacturing. Beginning November 1st, the tariff rate for medium and heavy-duty trucks and truck parts will jump to 25%, while buses, including school and public transit models, will face a 10% rate. There's a scary new movie at the top of the weekend box office just in time for the Halloween frights. Rick Damigella has the countdown.
We all like going back in time and imagining how things could have gone differently.
Roofman fell from second place, landing in fifth on ticket sales of $3.7 million.
I'm creating a closed circuit.
One battle after another dropped to fourth with $4 million.
Can you keep a secret? I'm an angel.
Good Fortune debuted in third with $6.2 million.
So much talk of AI and big tech today.
Tron Ares failed to reboot in its second weekend in theaters, adding $11.1 million to its $54.6 million domestic total.
Have you heard of the Grabber? I killed him.
The horror sequel Black Phone 2 killed the competition with $26.5 million. That number places it just ahead of the original flick, which released in summer of 2022 to a $23.6 million debut. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Coming up next, these witches don't melt in water, why they took to the seas instead of the skies.
And we saw a breezy end to the weekend today, but it's going to get even windier as we go into the start of this week. I'll have all the details and your full forecast coming up right after the break.
Scheduling your flu shot appointment is quick and convenient.
You can just walk up when you're shopping or schedule an appointment, whichever works for you. Keeping families and communities healthy feels good. Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy, get your flu shot, and earn a 20-cent fuel saver today.
Drive your story with a new Ram. Take your next adventure in a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Get your Ram or Jeep now during the Drive into Fall sales event. Get 0% APR for 60 months on a 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie. And get 0% APR for 60 months on a 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Hurry in because this offer ends October 31st. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
The easiest way to furnish your cabin is at Black River Furniture Outlet. Bring the outdoors in with a handmade dining table set, crafted from the finest woods like hickory, walnut, maple, and barnwood. Shop cozy Amish rockers and upholstery, or Wisconsin-made easy sofas with customizable fabrics. Pair it all with a cabin rug, 5x8s, 8x10s, scatters, and runners available. And before you leave, visit the bed shed. Check out our rustic bedroom groups and bunk beds, as well as our Amish office furniture. Open 7 days a week, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
In the hunt, every detail matters. It's not just about the thrill, but a passion for the craft. And in the end, it's about the people you get to be with. At Overhead Door, it's about our team and those we get to serve. We can repair any garage door, but we only install the best. Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region since 1921.
There's a lot that goes on at the Y. You may know us as a great place to better your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being in a safe environment that nurtures growth and is that third place for our community to meet and connect. The many services and programs here at the Y strive to help our community access resources and address needs, navigate daily life and support each other through challenges, and educate all generations on making their lives and our community better. We can make that difference together. See why.
Scheduling your flu shot appointment is quick and convenient.
You can just walk up when you're shopping or schedule an appointment, whichever works for you. Keeping families and communities healthy feels good. Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy, get your flu shot, and earn a 20-cent fuel saver today.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A wicked good time is brewing in Sleepy Hollow, New York. Organizers are hosting the 6th annual SUP Witches Festival at Kingsland Point Park. Folks dressed up as witches and swapped brooms for oars as they floated around the Hudson River on stand-up paddleboards. Organizers say more than 12,000 people attended the event last year. Well, paddleboarding weather might not be on the radar here at home. Let's send it over to meteorologist Nicole Skalicki for your full forecast.
No, might be a little bit on the cooler side to get out on the water, especially with the stronger wind that we've been having out there. A little bit breezy today. We're going to see similar winds as we go into tomorrow, but Tuesday really looking like it's going to be a windy one, and temperatures will be taking a little bit of a dive as well. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow is actually shaping up to be quite the nice start to the week. Waking up in the morning, temperatures will be a tad bit cooler than they have been because we'll have mostly clear skies overnight. 41 will be your morning low in La Crosse. 36 in Eau Claire. We could have some areas of frost further north, but keep in mind, really any counties along and north of I-94 aren't going to see any frost or freeze mornings anymore because you folks have seen plenty of that already this season, so we don't really have to warn you about it anymore. But again, if you have any plants, almost every single morning you're going to want to be covering them up because we have a couple chilly mornings ahead of us as we go into this week. Tomorrow's highs then not going to be chilly at all. Very seasonable, even a tad bit above average. 66 for your Monday high in La Crosse, 63 in Eau Claire. It's going to be on the breezier side though, again very similar to where we were today, and we do have some later in the day showers coming in as we have a cold front passing through. That cold front is going to be making it a little bit cooler as we go into the rest of the week, so definitely soak up the sun and the warmth for tomorrow because it will be feeling like the middle of fall out there once we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. The cold front will be bringing some light showers with it, most likely around 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Again, very light, not even tracking a whole lot of accumulation with this. Maybe expect a 1/10 of an inch. Most of the area should be on the drier side, but again, a couple sprinkles out there as you get home from work tomorrow. A lot of that rain should be out of the area pretty quickly after that. We could maybe see a few more isolated showers moving in behind it, but most of us should be dry after that quick pass of the cold front. And then we'll be left with actually clear conditions going into the overnight period, so we could have a little bit of a cool morning waking up Tuesday, but you'll notice the winds will have been shifted. We'll be blowing out of the north for most of the rest of the week, so it's going to get a little bit chilly out there. Those winds are going to be staying strong too. We have a pretty strong low pressure system staying close to the area through about Wednesday, so expect breezy conditions to last really through the first half of the week. Tomorrow we're seeing winds about 15 to 20 miles per hour, looking to be the strongest during the late morning and early afternoon, and they start to die down a little bit once that rain passes through later on in the day, but it's still looking to be breezy still tomorrow afternoon and evening. Here's the wind gust tracker again. Breeziest part of the day tomorrow will be in the early afternoon, seeing wind gusts close to 30 miles per hour. We'll see a little bit of a die down with the winds as we go into the evening, but still looking to be a little bit breezy. Once we go into Tuesday then, this is going to be the windiest of the day. Folks further south likely seeing wind gusts closer to about 40 miles per hour at the most. Everyone else seeing gusts closer to around 35 miles per hour, so it's going to be gusty on Tuesday and much cooler. Look at that, 48 for your high on Tuesday, well below our average of 60 degrees right now. Gonna feel like an October day out there, and it's going to be a little bit of a gloomy one too. We'll have on and off again showers throughout most of the day Tuesday, combined with that wind and that cooler air, making it feel a little bit dreary. We'll have more sunshine returning though on Wednesday, and then temperatures should be rebounding pretty quick after that.
Well, I definitely felt that drop in temperatures today. It was getting chilly out there.
Compared to yesterday, we were lucky, but still feeling good.
For sure. All right. Thank you, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, an update from Arizona as the Packers are in action against the Cardinals, plus the Vikings in action hosting the defending Super Bowl champions. Kate is in next with sports.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, your pup isn't just boarded, they're pampered. From tail wagging daycare to cozy overnight stays, we treat every dog like our own. Safe, clean, and full of fun. Book today at booktopdog.com. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Senor Villa. At Senor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Senor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Senor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Convenience is a big factor. We're right here in Onalaska.
We're local. You know, we've been here for a long time. We take all insurances. We service and repair many different makes and models of hearing aids. Even if you didn't get your hearing aids with us, we'd be happy to take a look at them.
If your hearing aid is still under warranty, we can do some warranty work for you there.
You know, just walk in. You know, you don't have to have an appointment. I'm happy to help if I can.
Our family is helping your family. Better Hearing Center, Onalaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drug driving, and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, skip the mess and hassle at home. Our climate-controlled self-serve dog wash is open 24 hours to keep your dog clean, dry, and ready for their next adventure. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
A big day of NFL action. In fact, the Packers are playing right now. Green Bay on the road in Arizona up against the Cardinals, who are riding a 4-game losing streak. It was a tough first half for the Packers. They gave up a touchdown with under 10 seconds to go in the half. The Cardinals led 13-6 at halftime, but the Packers building some momentum in the second half. A fumble recovery led to a Josh Jacobs touchdown to tie the game at 13. Both teams would score again. This one currently tied at 20. I'll have full highlights and reaction later tonight at 10. Over in Minnesota, the Vikings in action early up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Vikings down 7-3 early in the second quarter. Carson Wentz back to pass. That throw is picked off by Jalez Hunt, and he's got room to run. Nobody going to catch him. 42 yards to the house. It's 14-3 Eagles. Next, Minnesota drive facing a 2nd and 25. Wentz on the run, going to send it deep, and that's a mistake. Another interception. Minnesota down 14-3 at the half. Third quarter, now 14-9, but on 2nd and 5, Jalen Hurts going to take a shot, has a man. That's Devontae Smith hauling it in. He's going to score. A 79-yard touchdown puts the Eagles up 12, but the Vikings going to battle back. 2nd and goal. The snap to Jordan Mason. He fights his way in for a Minnesota touchdown. That makes it 21-16. Then after another Vikings field goal, it's just a 2-point game. But with under 7 to play, Hurts throws a laser into A.J. Brown. Touchdown Philly. And that was more than enough. Eagles close it out 28-22.
Clearly a lot of explosives, and Jalen and their offense made some big-time plays that kind of limited our ability there in the second half to truly try to come all the way back and win the game.
Wentz had 2 interceptions in that first half, including that pick 6. It put the Vikings in a hole. Now, Minnesota was moving the ball, but had to settle with 5 field goals and only 1 touchdown. That's not going to cut it against a team like the Eagles. Vikings hold a 3-3 on the season. They will travel to L.A. this week for Thursday night football. The high school football brackets are out. Let's go over on who made it in Division II. Holman got a 2-seed hosting Nicolette, and Central is hosting 4-seed Menasha. In Division III, La Crosse Logan hosting Wisconsin Lutheran, and 2-seed Onalaska hosting Menominee. Then in Division IV, the Aquinas Blue Golds will continue their unbeaten season hosting Amory, and West Salem finished with only 2 losses, but they're a 6-seed and will have to travel to Berlin. In Division V, Prairie du Chien will host Westfield, and Arcadia will go on the road to take on 4-seed Winnebago Lutheran. All right, more games. Division 6, Bangor landed a 3 seed. They'll host Marshall, and Melrose Maduro will go on the road, taking on top seeded Darlington. And we've got a bunch of Division 7 teams, starting with the top seed Cochran Fountain City, who will host Assumption. Pepin Alma, a 3 seed, they will host Turtle Lake. More D7, Blair Taylor hosting Oliva Strum. Wazeeka Steuben Seneca hosting Ithaca. Cashton will travel to Brookwood, and Royal taking on Roncalli. North Crawford will also play Friday for the second round of the 8-man playoffs. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Support local businesses by shopping at A1 Vacuum Sales and Service in Jackson Plaza. Make cleaning a breeze with great service and high-quality vacuums. Discover the perfect vacuum for your unique lifestyle. Shop local, shop Jackson Plaza.
At Ultra Federal Credit Union, we have a fair number of employees that travel quite a bit. Our employees' time is probably our most valuable asset at the credit union. Respecting their time is important, so convenience, getting in and out, ease of travel is probably our #1 priority, followed by the economics of it. We look at the La Crosse Regional Airport as being very convenient. You do not have the mileage expense, the parking expense, the additional hotel expense, the overnight travel, so that's why we consider coming out of here.
I'm standing here in the warehouse this morning where some 30 to 40 installers depart every morning. You've been thinking about new windows. I've been thinking about new windows for over 40 years. And my promise to you is that these fine installers that leave here every morning install the finest windows available in the market today. Expert installation, always at a good value. If you're looking for new replacement windows, today would be a great day to reach out to the board store and set up a prompt free estimate.
What should I do next?
Western has the answer.
Do something that excites you.
Do something fun. Do something that shows your skills.
Do something that gets you hired to do what you love.
You can do it all at Western Technical College. Choose from more than 90 programs. Invest in you, spend less, and get hired fast. Take that next step. Apply at Western today.
Do something for you.
Support local businesses by shopping at A1 Vacuum Sales and Service in Jackson Plaza. Make cleaning a breeze with great service and high-quality vacuums. Discover the perfect vacuum for your unique lifestyle. Shop local, shop Jackson Plaza.
Well, in my opinion, this is the best time of the year to have a bonfire because you actually need that little bit of warmth once that sun sets, and the mosquitoes are finally starting to die off a little bit. We've had a couple frosts, we've had a couple freezes out there, really getting rid of the bugs. So it's going to be a pretty nice night for it. As we go into the rest of the week, going to get a little bit chilly, going to get a little bit windy too. So make sure you tack down those Halloween inflatables because they could be flying away on Tuesday.
You might need it.
For sure. All right. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10.